And I'm watching that camera there talking to the main guys. But thank you for coming through tonight. We're going to be starting in about 3 seconds. And we're off. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through. Tuesday night, last one of Tuesday 2019 ever. This is the last Tuesday of July 2019 ever. That's where we're at this evening, and I'm glad you've chosen to be here with us this evening. Those of you watching us live from around the country, thank you for joining us. It is exciting times at DuePoint, and I don't just say that, like I really mean it. We go from day to day here at DuePoint energized by what is happening around the country, and we're seeing it from every angle at the moment. Of course, we're seeing it from the people on the ground working with us, but we're seeing it now as corporates are starting to recognize us and wanting to get involved with us, and as the rest of the economy is starting to turn its attention towards the fact that we need a solution. And that DuePoint seems to have been singing that message now for a good couple of years. To start with, before we get into it, let me remind you that DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. That's important for you to know, because if you're a guest and you haven't heard of us before, I want you to know that we're a homegrown South African company. We've been around since 1952, so this is not new. You might not have heard of us, but we're not new. We've been around for nearly 7 decades now. But more importantly than all of that, we're a publicly listed life and short-term insurance company. We're on the JSE. Our books and our operation is wide open for the public to see. This is not something from overseas. This is something that we want you to have some confidence in and some trust in. You're in the building this evening. You can see the people. And this building doesn't run away when you leave this evening. It's always here. Our client service team is available to you Monday to Friday, and we're always available to you. We hope that you understand and trust in what we're going to be talking about this evening. Now, talking about it, as I said earlier, we as DuePoint believe we've got the solution message for South Africa. If you were here with us on Saturday morning at the development seminar, I showed you articles of what our president just recently said last week, Wednesday. Cyril Ramaphosa got up, he was talking to a major forum. You can go and watch it on YouTube if you want, where he said South Africa is once again in financial crisis. I don't want to disrespect him. It's not once again. We continue to be in financial crisis, but he's a politician. He's got to word it nicely, So we continue to be in financial crisis. There is no solution. He all but said that on Wednesday. If you read through it, he's putting a committee together now to go and find a solution, which is a nice way of saying we don't know how to solve the financial crisis in South Africa. And he said, hold on, because we're about, embrace yourself for mass job losses. He used those exact words. Go and read his article or his speech. Go and watch it on YouTube. It is the message we have been talking about here at DuePoint for the last half decade. But man, are we as South Africans slow to let messages like that sink in. We want to believe that there's something else out there that will save us. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, there isn't. And we realized this 5 years ago. And so we at DuePoint needed to design a solution that would be applicable to every South African, no matter their circumstances. And that wouldn't be like the old. The old we're tired of. We're tired of having to do things where we sell things that have to do presentations and all. We're tired of that. We wanted something that was new, something that would fit into the 21st century and would be a permanent solution economically for South Africans. And so we came up with what we call the DuePoint system. DuePoint system is very simple. It uses technology to allow you've already got the technology, we're just going to unlock it for you this evening, to connect South Africans to us. No presentations, no dragging stock around, no selling anything. Simple click of the phone to connect South Africans to us. If you're able to do that, well then you're able to grow our distribution as an insurance company. We come along, we do the work then. We do the presentations, we do the sales, we do the distribution, the delivery, everything. And by doing that, we're able to create greater revenue. The greater revenue we create then empowers us to solve that economic problem. It puts us in a position where we're able to create wealth. Wealth is not cash. Cash is what you've done in the past. That's not what you're going to be doing at DuePoint. Cash was where you had to sell things, and you got cash for selling them. No good. People always say to me, but Brendan, I want cash. No, you don't. It doesn't change anything in your life. What we need is a recurring income, not just once-off bits of cash. You know the cash, there might as well be a flame in your hand. You put the cash in and it's gone. Am I right? Has anybody had the experience where they put cash in their hands and it just stuck around? Just didn't disappear. Nobody's had that experience. It doesn't matter how big a pile of money I put in your hands, it disappears. We want something that's permanent. That's what we created here at DuePoint. A recurring income because it's permanent. If the income is there every single month, now you can start changing your circumstances. Well, how do we build that? Well, we built it off of the back of our financial services products. They run on debit orders. Now I get people saying, no, but Brendan, I don't like debit orders. You don't like debit orders because it requires a bit of discipline. Every month you've got to make sure you've got enough money in your account to pay that debit order. But what if that debit order then translated into a permanent recurring wealth for you? Well, then suddenly paying the debit order is no problem at all. But what the debit order does do for us is it frees us. Up until now, you have been burdened with having to run back to your friends to beg them to buy again, carrying things to them. When it's a public holiday or they're away or it's Christmas Day, you can't go to them to beg them to buy again. All of that disappears in our system. Our debit orders are computerized. It doesn't matter what day of the year it is. It doesn't matter what you're doing on that day. The debit orders raise and your income comes in. No more chasing people. No more doing the hard work. This is now using tools to do what we used to do labor with in the past to create wealth for you in our system. Folks, we designed the system as well in a way that fits into your circumstances as a South African. What do we know about South Africans? Very busy. All of us are very busy. I'll bet you said to the person here, I don't have time for this. And I agree, you don't have time for this. As South Africans, we spend all of our time getting poorer. Don't we? I mean, how many of us do we know that spend their time getting richer? We go to work every day, just gets us poorer. I mean, that's what's being said. You know, the words were barely out of our mouth on Saturday morning, and Nedbank announced they're getting rid of 1,500 jobs. I mean, my goodness, barely out of my mouth, barely out of Cyril's mouth as well. They're saying, guys, brace for mass job losses. Boom, 1,500 jobs gone. What do we know about Standard Bank? Standard Bank last year closed down 90 branches. You know, we are spending our time doing it, but we know that. We know that South Africans are busy, so we built the system around that. We created, using technology again, the ability for you to leverage yourself. To leverage yourself means you can take what little you have and expand it. We then created the system so that you could leverage others as well, which meant that through the creation of what we call channels or teams of individuals here, you're able to create revenue 24 hours a day. And we mean that, 24 hours a day. You're able to create this recurring wealth even while you're sleeping, because there are people working using our technology 24 hours a day here at DuePoint. We give you the use of the system at no cost. We're not in the position here, we're going to create wealth to take your money. So there's no startup cost, there's no starter kit, there's no training manual or application forms that you have to pay for. Simply become a product owner at DuePoint and you get automatic access to everything that is DuePoint. We're hoping that we can take you from the position you're in right now and move you forward, rather than making you go backwards by buying a big box of starter stuff and then having to work your way forward from that position. We want you moving forward from this moment forward with us. In addition, we built the system so that you don't have to do any selling or presenting, which means you're not brokers or agents or intermediaries or advisors or advertisers. In our system, by simply clicking the phone, you're creating wealth, which means that everybody, no matter what your level of education, what experience or your circumstances are, can be a wealth engineer with us. It means that everybody at DuePoint has the ability to create an asset. An asset is something you can price and sell. That's what you can do with your channels at DuePoint. An asset is something that's going to outlive you. When you pass away, this income that you've created during your life, this channel you've made, will automatically be transferred to your children. That means we're creating intergenerational wealth here. Instead of thinking only about surviving, which is what we've done for 200 years in South Africa, we've just tried to survive. Now we're thinking about how far can I get, and then how far can I take my children and my grandchildren. That's what we've built at DuePoint. We know of no one else in South Africa that's doing that today, creating a wealth that spans across the generations. Folks, we created the system, as I said, super simple. You're going to go out, you're going to use your phone. Tap it 3 times, you're connecting a South African. Every time you tap it 3 times, it's another South African connected to us. As you do that, others will do it too. They'll see the presentation we give. They'll download the technology and they will start connecting individuals to us. And so your channel, your platform of distribution grows at DuePoint. You're not speaking product. You're not talking about buying things and having to get your friends to cart them around. None of that. You're simply connecting individuals to us through our technology, and this platform is growing. We come along then as DuePoint, and we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this channel, and your wealth is born. No selling, no presentation. We distribute that wealth to you then in 2 ways. You've got to remember there's 2 ways. The first way is the real wealth. It's our returns program. This is the permanent, recurring income that we create for you. Everything else I'm going to tell you today is just cherries on the cake. This is the meat and potatoes. If you do become a wealth engineer, you become a wealth engineer because of our returns program. Our returns program, for you clicking your phone 3 times, pays you 27 Rand 50 for every product payment in your channel every month from that point forward that it is paid, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel the payment is made. It's not as complicated as it sounds. You're going to go out, you're going to tap your phone a few times, connect a few people to DuePoint. They'll take a product, pay for it, and you're going to get 27 Rand 50. Remember, you just clicked your phone to get these guys connected to us. 27 Rand 50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand every month that product is paid for. Not once-off transactional cash that you've had to do in the past by selling things. No. Now you've connected the guy by tapping your phone. Our debit order system has raised the debit order, and you've got 55 Rand. Every month now, our debit order system raises it again, and raises it again, and raises it again. Our products don't expire. They don't go off. They're not broken. They can be delivered 24 hours a day, anywhere in the nation, instantaneously, and they can last a lifetime, which means that the debit order can go off every month, creating a stream of income for you. Not a once-off cash. Those guys who are then saying, no, but I need the cash. I say to you, how much cash equals a stream of 55 Rand every month that comes in potentially without an expiry date? How much cash would you have to have in your hands to do that? Now, these folk are going to go out, they're going to tap their phone a few times because they want to do what you're doing. And as they do that and connect more, again, you get 27 Rand 50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. You've connected a handful of people, and you're earning 1,000 Rand a month. That's 12,000 Rand a year that you're now earning off of the back of leveraging technology. That's what we do at DuePoint. We leverage your little bits of time and our technology to create wealth, recurring income. Now, you might want more than 1,000 Rand. That's fine. Here, you will choose how much you want to leverage yourself and your technology. Keep connecting. Keep connecting. As you keep connecting, your channel will grow. You'll continue to earn all the way down to the 8th point at a diminishing rate, but then from the 8th point on, you always get 4% of 27 Rand 50 every month. Every product payment is made anywhere in your channel where you qualify to earn. So if you build a channel that's 25 points big, you can earn on all 25 points. You can then hand it over to your children one day, and they can build it to 50 points and earn on all 50 points where they qualify to earn. You choose how much wealth you want at DuePoint. You choose. Who's that? What do you think that is? I'm almost gobsmacked. We've had everything before in this presentation, but that's an interesting new occurrence. Who should we blame for that? Should we blame Rob, or should we blame, let's go back. There we go, sorted it out. I'm going to blame Microsoft. They had a big rollout last night. I don't know if those of you who've got PCs know that last night there was a big rollout from Microsoft. They're breaking my slides. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you choose how much you want to earn here at DuePoint. It's up to you. We don't put a ceiling above your head. We're not going to say you can earn to this point only, or you need to do this and this before you earn. No, we just say you put the work in and you create wealth. We always say there's two ingredients to wealth at DuePoint. One is time, and the other is numbers. If you're willing to connect the numbers and put the time in, you can have any level of success with us. So we calculate that for you. We've been around nearly half a decade. We've got the data. We've had actual evidence of what people can produce with the DuePoint system. So now we can calculate with relative accuracy how much you can expect. We use a very simple growth rate formula. It's called 3 + 2. It's simple but powerful. Firstly, it fits into all your lives. So even if you're busy, you can grow at this rate. 3 means in your first month, in this calculation, you need to put 3 people in. So you've got an entire month to put 3 people in, 3 connections. And then every month thereafter, plus 2, you're expected to put 2 solid paid connections in. That's it. So nothing fancy. We don't escalate it. It's just 2 in every month thereafter. Now, of course, you can put in as many as you like. You can put 100 people in your first month if you want. You can put 10 people in. We have people around the country that can put in 10, 20, 30 in a month. We have others that can only put 2 or 3 in a month. That's up to you. You will decide. But with 3 + 2, I can start gauging now how much you can expect to earn. We add the ingredient then of time. We've put numbers in. Now we put the time in. If we do that with all of our mathematics, we know that after about 6 months, you can reasonably expect to be on about 2,500 Rand a month. That's 30,000 Rand a year. Now, some of you will say, but I've seen stuff elsewhere that promised me much more in like 90 days. And I've gone, yeah, that's right. And have any of them ever delivered? Well, I know the answer is no, because otherwise none of you would be sitting here this evening. And in fact, even those that promise that generally end up sitting here in our presentation room, because those are false promises. We understand wealth. We're a 7-decade-old licensed and listed insurance company. We understand wealth. And we know that you do not get wealth without the second ingredient. The second ingredient is time. Now, for those of you who want to grow faster than this, just connect more people. In this formula, you're only connecting 2 people a month. So connect 10 people a month and see what happens to that 2,500 rand. But you're busy. I know you're busy. So you can only do 2 people a month. So let's stick to that. 6 months, you're earning 30,000 rand a year with us. But if you can do another 6 months, that's 1 year from now. So let's call it the end of July next year. That 2.5 has become 9,000 to 10,000 rand a month. You haven't done anything special. You've just been connecting your 2 solid paid connections there every single month. By doing that, you're on 9,000 to 10,000 rand a month. That's 120,000 rand a year. You've got to start asking yourself, how does that start changing things for me? What have I had to do? Have I had to get reskilled? Have I had to put capital down? Have I had to drive miles and miles and miles? No. You have leveraged technology that's in all your hands already this evening to create wealth. If you're able to continue doing that, which I suspect you would if you were earning 10,000 rand a month, and you continue to connect 2 people every month, then after 2 years, you're up to 27,000 to 30,000 rand a month. I mean, it's 2 years at the end of the day. You've put the time in, but you've only been connecting 2 people every month. How many of you would be willing to put 2 years in if you knew that your 10 had now become 30? Because that's what happens in the second year. The 10 becomes 30,000 a month. 6 months in, you were on 30,000 a year. 2 years in, you're on 30,000 a month. This is income you control. It's income you've created. It cannot be taken away because there's retrenchments or close down or slow down. No. It's income you have created. It's wealth. Do it for a 3rd year, and it's up to 40,000 to 45,000 rand. If you do it for 4 years, it's up to 60. If you're able to do it for half a decade, you're looking at 80,000 to 100,000 rand a month. Now, again, I remind you, this is not fun with maths. We've had people through this system already. We know what the trends are. And so we know that not only is 80,000 to 100,000 rand capable in our system, or you're able to get in our system, you can go beyond it because we've had people go beyond it already. It's up to you to decide what level of wealth you're going to create for yourself in the DuePoint system. We put people up every month from around the country on our stage to show you that it's not just maths. We show you people growing slowly. They're doing less than 3 plus 2 to show you that the math then says it's going to take you longer to earn. We show you people that are going faster so that you know that if you put more in, you can earn quicker, and everybody in between. We demonstrate everything here because we're not afraid to show you the reality of wealth creation. We had up Natasha Weldrick a couple of weeks ago with us, and you guys will remember that next week, Tuesday, is our next Tell All Tuesday. We've got a whole bunch of new people up. It's going to be very exciting. But last month's Tell All, Natasha was up. She's from Port Elizabeth. This is a nationwide business, ladies and gentlemen. You can build this business anywhere in the country 24 hours a day. She's a single mom. She's been working long and hard to support her family. Last time I spoke to her about a year ago, I chatted to her, she was working 7 days a week. She's in retail, so she has to go to a shop Monday through Sunday. You know, she doesn't have time for DuePoint. But she says, no, I've got to build something for myself. And so over 2.5 years, she's built a channel that now pays her about 9,000 rand a month. Remembering, she doesn't have time. She's 15 minutes here, an hour there, maybe 2 hours a month, maybe is the most she can spend. And yet, 2.5 years down, she's on 9,000 bucks a month. That's 108,000 rand a year. If there are any single moms in the audience tonight, what does an extra 10,000 rand a month do for you right now? I know they can promise you hundreds of thousands of rands in these other things, but here's somebody who knows genuinely, can rely on steadfastly that every month 10,000 bucks comes in. There's no worrying, are they going to pay, aren't they going to pay? There's none of that. It's all automatic out of our system. And she's earned this over time. She's earned a whole lot of money, in fact, over the last 2.5 years. If we would add it all up, it would have been a tremendous amount of help and change for her life. She found 13 active people. And those 13 active people have put nearly 400 people in a channel and built this wealth for her. That's what leverage is. Would you be willing to find 13 people for 10,000 rand a month? You certainly would. Well, you can if you're willing to put time and numbers in. Now, folks, you can see every other end of the spectrum here at DuePoint. Go to our YouTube channel. I was on it this afternoon, cleaning it up and making it look super special. And you'll see I moved the Wealth Engineers Tell All even further up the channel now because people, I don't know, battle to find it. I moved it up right under Getting Started. So it's Getting Started and Wealth Engineers Tell All. Go and look at the testimonies there. The list is massive now of people that we've had on this stage over the last half decade talking about how they create wealth of all levels. Of all levels. $5,000, 150 grand, and everything in between. You choose it, what you want to create here at DuePoint. Now, the second way we create wealth. Remember, the first way, that's the reason you join, because that's the long-term wealth. Now it's cherries on the cake. The second way we reward you and create wealth for you is through our XP Rewards training program. One of the things we need in South Africa is training. It really is. We need to become better equipped, and that's what we give you here. At no cost to you, we teach you how to become a social entrepreneur, how to create permanent wealth, how to understand the economy that you work in, both your personal economy and the greater economy. We teach you everything at no cost to you. And as you become better equipped and as you work through the program, we give you XP points. These are experience points. They accumulate, and as they accumulate and your channels grow, we rank you up. And when we rank you up, we reward you. In the beginning, it's a little bit of cash, because remember, everybody needs cash. So we give you cash. It gets more and more as you rank up. As you hit rank 5, we give you a toolkit of things you're going to need to take your channel to the next level. Then at rank 7, we give you a 20,000 Rand set of business cards, gold-leafed, and made custom for you, imported from overseas. You know, when you hand somebody a card that's got real gold on it, that certainly changes their impression about what you're doing and who you're doing it for. It's suddenly not one of those things that's blown in from overseas. It's now something that's very real and tangible. Then at rank 9, mixing in time and numbers. Those of you who get to rank 9, well, then we'll take you and your family away every year for the rest of your life, 5-star, business class, all expenses paid. And all you have to do is maintain the channel size you built. No requalifying every year, no having to build from scratch. No, get to rank 9, maintain it, and every year that you do, we take you away. And we take you away on trips we've been on already. So it's not a hope, it's not a prayer. I'm not going to show you fake pictures. I'm going to show you the years that we've gone away with our wealth engineers. And you will see them and meet them. Some are in the audience. Some you'll meet in the passages if you come back, who've taken their wives and their kids away on trips where they didn't have to bring their wallet. They didn't have to eat the basic meal. They didn't fly economy class, and they didn't have to get themselves from wherever they live in South Africa to OR Tambo. That was all included on trips that just signified the change in their wealth. This is not why you do DuePoint. This is the signpost to say, I have started creating wealth for myself at DuePoint. We go in December every year. Tickets are booked for the 7th of December. We're waiting to see who else is going to join us this year. We always have new rank 9s. Who's it going to be this year that joins us on trips that look like this? Well, there we go. Some of you might have even recognized a few of those people in there. Every year, they have recognizing the wealth that they have created. And everyone is invited. Everybody. Like I said, we're going on the 7th of December. There's plenty of time. You can get there if you choose to. You can also kind of quit along the way if you want to do that too. But we feel like there isn't really another option in South Africa today. I'm waiting for somebody to come and tell me what the other option is. I really am. I keep saying there's no option. And I'm going, guys, come and tell me if I'm wrong. And nobody in all the years I've been doing this has come to me and said, no, Brendan, there is. There's this other wonderful thing that creates lifetime, intergenerational, permanent wealth like DuePoint. Because there isn't. There isn't. At rank 11, we give you another very useful tool. It's your own car. It's not branded. It's not rented from us or financed from us. It's yours and it's in your name. And you use it to create wealth. That's why we put it there for you. That's 11 of 28 ranks, guys. It's only 1/3. The other 2/3 we only reveal to you when you get to rank 11. What is in them? If there's cars and holidays in the first third. It's available for you to find out. We create all of this wealth off of the back of our financial services products. Remember I said that's how we build this business. You've got 4 options at the moment. Access Wealth is the first one. 324 Rand a month. Gives you 2 independent products. Your very own tax-free investment account and 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. We take 100 Rand of your 324 every month and we put it into your investment account so that you're building an asset with us right from day one. Our next product is our Wealth Guard product. It's 249 Rand a month, and for that you get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. No waiting periods, no maximum age limits, no medical examinations or declarations. Anybody of any circumstance can get our cover and be involved with DuePoint. Our third product is our Family Wealth Funeral Plan. Starts at $299, but you've got a whole host of options from that point onwards. You can get 30 grand or 20 grand's worth of funeral cover. You can put 5 people or 10 people on the plan with you, and you as the principal member of the policy get 10,000 Rands worth of outstanding debt cover. This means that when you pass away, we'll settle 10 grand of your debt for you. We feel that ours are class-leading products. We've done a lot of research. We don't believe that our products in these classes can be beaten. So even if you choose not to become a wealth engineer, you can be confident that the products you have are the best in their categories in the market today. Our fourth product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It's $299 to be a member. As a member, you get access to all of our suppliers. You can use these suppliers to help reduce your monthly expenditure and increase how much you're able to purchase, because we get discounts and vouchers and packages and VIP services, etc., from these suppliers that change everything about how you run your own personal economy. Folks, every one of our products has a training video. You can go and watch it, understand the benefits you get, why we think they're the best in their classes, and then you can also go then and actively pursue those benefits. So that in every way, you are winning at DuePoint, in every way, including the products themselves. We wrap all of this in what we call our Achiever Quest. Our Achiever Quest is there to get you fired up right out the gates and to support you along the way in building your channel. It runs every month, so it's starting again on Thursday. It repeats itself over and over in calendar months, and it says, can you put 10, 20, or 30 people into your channel in a month, in that calendar month, and get them paid by the end of that month? If you can, we'll top up your returns and your rewards with 5 grand, 10 grand, or 15 grand. Now, because this thing runs every single month, you have the ability to create this 5 grand boost to your returns and rewards every month. That's 60 grand a year, 120 grand a year, 180 grand a year that you can produce simply by building your own wealth. You're in other words, what I'm saying is that you're actually being incentivized just to do the work. Your business doesn't do that to you. They don't say, just do your job and we'll reward you. They pay you your salary and that's it. You can work as hard as you like. Here, you know that you're able to create wealth and top it up by just connecting individuals. 10 people a month is nothing. As I said, our top guys will do 30 plus in a month. You've got the ability to create this extra income off of 10 individuals a month. And in many senses, it's a good time. Thursday morning, brand new month. You can get your heads down and make it a reality for August for you. Folks, we have, Rob was saying that he'd had a couple of people, and I've had a few people say, it's so hard, Brendan, to get the 10 people. And we said, no, we've got a whole bunch of people that are doing this repeatedly. And he brought up this example. He found a Sima. She's been with us for 5 minutes. It was a typing error. It's not 7 months, it's 5 minutes. Because 7 months is 5 minutes at DuePoint. When you're mixing the ingredient of time in, 7 months is nothing. Okay? 7 months ago, we were in 2019 already. I mean, this is a scary thing, you know. She's been here for no time at all, but she has managed in the last 2 months to get the Achievers Quest 2 months in a row. And we are, in fact, next week, Tuesday, got a chap up who's going to be doing his 4th month in a row with the Achievers Quest. So we know you can do 12 months. We've always had it. One of the things we say at DuePoint is we don't promise things we can't deliver. We've already delivered on everything we've promised. There's somebody in our system that's already done everything that we show you. Now it's a matter of whether you want to be a spectator or a participator. That's really the decision that you're going to make, because everybody's done what we've said and promised already this evening. Then we have our 2019 365 challenge running. This is the big boy. This is the one for those people who say 2019 is the year things change. I'm tired of the way things are, and we're making a change this year. It starts on the day you join us. For many of you, that'll be today. And it gives you 365 days, a year. And it says in that year, if you can connect 365 people, that's an average of 1 a day, but it doesn't have to happen every day. But if you can connect 365 people in a year to DuePoint, then we will give you the equivalent value of R1.25 million. Now, how do we break that R1.25 million up? It's easy. When you achieve it, we're going to put 365,000 Rand in your bank account immediately. Check in. You will probably get a call from the fraud department because you've never had an amount that big deposited into your bank account. And you'll have to respond to the SMS, why? And I get them for the bank account, the business bank account. So this transaction's occurring, push Y if this is right. You'll be the person that pushes Y. That's got to feel good. On a 365,000 Rand transaction, that's got to feel good. Okay, that's how it starts. Then we know your channel with 365 people in will have grown past rank 9. That means you've just booked yourself into a R250,000 Rand holiday with your family, with us. Potentially for the rest of your life. Then we know it grows past rank 11. We'll be delivering you your new car. It's a good day this day. You're going to picture it. You get a leather envelope with your travel tickets. You get your brand new car, and you push Y for yes for the 365. Okay? It's a good day. But what do we also know? We know that this business is about wealth creation. What does a rank 11 plus channel look like? Well, it earns, as we know from real data, real people doing it, that you earn between 40 and 50,000 Rand a month. That means in 1 year, you've built a channel that's worth 600,000 Rand a year. Your 365 starts tonight. Will you be earning 40, 50 grand a month next year on the 30th of July? Yeah. Or will you have started, stumbled, and fallen away? Because you may stumble and fall away, but others won't. They'll keep going, and they next year will be getting the checks. It's in your hands what you do with DuePoint. It's all in your hands. If you want more credibility about us, well, then go find it. As I said, we're a public company. Go to the JSC's website and look us up under Conduit Capital. Go to Constantius' website. See our financial statements, our directors, our BEE status. This is a public South African company. Go and look. Go to the regulator's website. Find our licenses there. Long-term, short-term, our FSP licenses. Go find them then. Get the credibility that you need. Then get the tools. The tools are available for you that are here this evening at our counter. Go get them now. If you want to succeed, you need the tools. Get the tools. Those of you from around the country, go to our online store. You go to our website, DuePoint.net, click the store button. Everything's there, descriptions, quantities, all of that is available for you. Online right now, we're running a special on business cards. You can get 20% off business cards if you order them online. So get your business cards. When you talk to someone, you want credibility. This is not like one of those other things you've been involved in. We want to show that by demonstrating people that we are with the tools that we have. And then, ladies and gentlemen, you know, we've just ordered all of our brand new shirts, men's and ladies' cuts. Order them. Get them delivered. Those of you who are here, you can pick them up at the counter. Let's get the good news out there today. And so, folks, if you want to become a wealth engineer this evening, really simple. 4 steps. Number 1, you need to go to our website and sign up. It's that simple. Our website is DuePoint.net. Go watch the videos, read the pages. Everything's there. Click join and apply, fill out the form. In less than 3 minutes, you'll be a wealth engineer. Not a single cent having passed from your hands. No packets of goodies tonight, nothing. You're a wealth engineer, and immediately you can begin creating wealth for yourself. Tonight you can go home and start connecting people and creating wealth for yourself. There's no delay in this process. Then step number 2, you need the tech. You can't connect anybody to us without the tech. 2 things you're going to need, a smartphone and our app. So this evening, we got free Wi-Fi here. I'm sure wherever you are, you can get Wi-Fi. Download the app. Download it now before you leave. Get the app on your phone. Now you're ready. Now you're ready to do the third step. Learn how to connect. You cannot connect people if you don't know how to do it. In the app, bottom right-hand corner, you're going to click the tools button and your training is going to come up. Watch the training videos. You're going to be lying in bed tonight. Watch the training videos. If you watch the training videos, then by the time you reach step number 4, you know what you're doing. None of you know how to connect anybody to us yet. But by the end of this evening, a few training videos down, you'll know exactly what to do to connect South Africans to us. And then go out and connect 3. Remember 3 plus 2? But once you've connected your 3, you start earning at DuePoint. Every person thereafter, you are earning on. So get your 3 in, and you then will become a believer in DuePoint because you'll have the money transferred into your account. That's a good day. It's nothing like getting 2 paychecks in the month. One when your traditional job pays you, and about the middle of the month, DuePoint pays you. That's a good feeling. Picture it and make it a reality by doing these 4 things tonight. All right, folks, we are in all the tech. Follow us, subscribe to us on YouTube, then you can watch us live anywhere in the country, and you can dig up all our old presentations to play them anytime that you want. This business does not require these presentations. The tech has already got 1,000 of these presentations on them. That's why tonight you can connect people, because you just click and bang, there you are, showing them me on your screen. I don't sleep, I'm always available. And then you've got Facebook. Facebook is where we produce social media content for you so that you don't have to. You don't have to open up DuePoint pages. Just take your personal page and you push and share and tag in the stuff that we produce for you every single day. So follow, love us on our Facebook page, get involved, get stuck in, and start creating a change for yourself. And then those of you who don't have the data for video, we've got everything on podcast for you, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Anchor. You can go and listen to those. They're a fraction of the size of the videos available for you. Then get our apps on the app on the app stores, and get our merchandise from our store on our website. Get the tools and get out there. Now, we do encounters around the country. We're a nationwide business, as I've said to you, and every now and then we go to a different city. This helps put my face and Rob's face in front of people because they don't believe the camera. I don't know why. I think they might be stuck in 1990. But, you know, I go there and I show them I'm not a cardboard cutout or a CGI, and that this business is very real. We were just down in Bloemfontein 2 weeks ago. It was epic. We were down in PE a short time before. We were in KZN earlier. They are amazing, these conferences that we do. The energy is incredible. It's a great opportunity to bring guests and wealth engineers and get in touch with us physically. We're going to be up in Bombela, Nelspruit on the 14th of September. We're giving you lots of warning. Get your accommodation and travel sorted out now. But more importantly, draw up a list and get that list invited to our conference. How much are the tickets? Anyone been there before? Who's been to? Paul, you've been to a ticket? Phil, you've been to one? How much are the tickets? Nothing. Eh? That's right. Paul's right. I'm putting the $5,000 a ticket now. Then you'll take them. Then you'll pay real attention to it. Like everything at DuePoint, you don't pay for it. So come. But what I need you to do is I need you to tell me how many people are coming, so I can get the right size venue. Okay. So right now on your on the website at DuePoint.net or on our app, go to events, scroll down and click attend and fill in and get your tickets. Beautiful technology. If you put your guests' email addresses in, we'll send them electronic tickets to the conference. You're not getting that from anything that blowed in from offshore. This is the real deal here, and we do it. So guys, start getting that done. Get them in. I know there's been a couple of people in some of the provinces that have been struggling to get all the way down to the 14th. There's 2 possible reasons. Either you're running an old app, please update your app, or your operating system on your Android phone is old. You need to update your operating system. Android is no longer supporting certain operating systems. So please upgrade it, otherwise it will cause issues with all your apps, not only ours. Ladies and gentlemen, I think you can see that we're dead serious about what we're doing here. We're not messing around. We're here to stay, and we believe we are the only solution to the South African crisis. The crisis our president has now declared. That's where we're at the moment. And we want South Africans to pick this tool up, to put their heads down, to put the time in, not 5 weeks or 5 months, 5 years with us, and to create for themselves an independent solution for their own personal economy. If you've got questions, come and ask me. Ask your wealth engineers. Call our client service team Monday to Friday. But don't walk away with the wrong perception about this tool, and don't walk away without it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm live again tomorrow at 12:15. If you're at work, perfect opportunity. Gather your friends around. Tune in on YouTube to us live. Watch us during your lunch hour or come and be here tomorrow at 12:15. I'll see you then. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.